But first, up to the mountains to our Paul Johnson, where there was stunning results in the moguls after the Canadian women dominated 2 days ago. A little deja vu tonight for the men. Paul.
Eric, what can you say? Does Canada rule the moguls this Olympics, or what? After the Dufour-Lapointe sisters went gold and silver on Saturday night, you'd think, what are the chances of being able to repeat that? Well, the Canadian men just did it up at the Rosa Couture Extreme Center just a short time ago. And Alex Bilodeau is now a two-time gold medalist. From the start, it was clear Canada was headed for something big. Run after run, the Canadian quartet led by Alex Bilodeau grabbed the biggest air, made the smoothest turns, and clocked the fastest times, dominating the three components of mogul scoring. Like the women's event on Saturday, an astonishing 3 Canadians advanced to the final run, where Bilodeau repeated his performance in Vancouver, winning another gold medal, while 21-year-old Mikhail Kingsbury claimed the silver. For Bilodeau, who's the oldest of the 4 at 26, this will be one of his last competitions, leaving the sport at the top of his game and treating his country to an amazing day in sport. Here was the reaction in Montreal, where a group of Bilodeau's friends had gathered to watch the event. All 4 of Canada's skiers today come from the province of Quebec. And in other news from up here in the mountains today, it was a heartbreaking day for downhill skier Marie-Michelle Gagnon. She had a really bad crash in the slalom component of the women's combined event. She was actually taken away in an ambulance. It looked pretty disturbing. They brought her to the medical clinic and they did an MRI on her. It turns out she's hurt her shoulder, but she has since tweeted and said she's going to continue on in this Olympics and compete in her other 2 events. You know, there's such a difference right now between how Canada is doing in these old-fashioned alpine skiing events and how they're doing in these new freestyle events. You watch the Canadian skiers in the alpine events, and it seems like such a struggle for Canadians to get on the podium. And then you see them in these freestyle events, and it's the opposite. It seems like it's really a struggle for anybody but Canada to get on the podium. Really an interesting snapshot of the evolution of Canadian sport. Eric?
Thank you, Paul.